Hey everyone, John Sonmez from SimpleProgrammer.com here again, and I'm bringing you a video today about a topic that I find keeps coming up, and it's really important. A lot of people have been emailing me and asking me advice when it comes to relating to people who are attacking them or bringing them down. And this is something that most developers and most people in general have to face, which is detractors, haters, whatever you want to call it, people who are attacking you because of what you're doing or because of your success. And this is just an unfortunate part of working in the software field and really being on the internet. You're always going to have people that are going to hate you because of what you're accomplishing, or just because they don't like the message that you're putting out, or just because they want to feel better about themselves. And this is one of those things where you really have to learn how to deal with this, because if you don't, what will happen is every time that you're having a little bit of success, you're going to hit this resistance. And this resistance is going to be all these people that are giving you negative feedback, or they're coming down on your work or you personally and attacking you. And when you hit that resistance, if it always causes you to step back and say, hey, wait a minute, maybe I shouldn't be doing this, what's going to happen is you're never really going to get anywhere, because you have to get past that. And a lot of times, the most vocal people will be the people who are those haters or the detractors, whereas you may have a lot of people who are supporting what you're doing, who like what you're doing, and they're not as vocal. I know that I write some blog posts sometimes, and some of them are controversial. In fact, this last weekend I wrote a blog post about JavaScript, and I didn't really mean to offend anyone. I wrote the blog post in a tone that was a little bit comical and a little bit poking fun at things, but some people really attacked me about that post. And you know, it's a little bit discouraging, but on the other hand, there were plenty of people who liked the post and read the post and that support my blog, and even you viewers who are viewing my YouTube videos. So just because this one negative thing happened, or a series of negative events that different people put out towards me, doesn't stop me from going. I'm going to keep on going. I'm going to not let that deter me. Now, I'm going to take some of the things that I got as feedback, and I'm going to use that, and that's important. So one thing that's really critical, I think, is to understand that just because someone's being negative towards you doesn't mean that what they say is not important. Many times it's good to get bad feedback because it means that someone actually cares enough to tell you that the truth, or what they think is the truth. It's not always the truth, but even if they hate your guts, sometimes those are the only people who are going to give you the feedback that you need. So you do have to take it with a grain of salt. You can't just assume that everything negative about you that someone's saying is true, but you do have to take that into consideration in order to move forward. I find that sometimes, even though it's a little bit painful and stinging to get some criticism, that criticism can be good. But in general, what I really want to emphasize is just this idea that it's so important, especially in your software development career. If you're going to make it in this industry and on the internet, you've got to be able to push through. You've got to be able to put these blinders on, and don't look to the left, don't look to the right. Don't worry what all these other people are doing and what they're saying. Focus on your goal, figure out what you're going to do, and then do it. Don't get discouraged by all the people that are going to spew all kinds of vile things at you. And it's going to happen whether you're posting blog posts on the internet, whether you're succeeding in your career, working hard at your job, bringing in new ideas, whatever it is, it just ends up stirring up the mess from the bottom, and that ends up coming back, and people just, they don't like it, and you can't take it personally, but you've really got to be able to figure out how you can work through it if you want to be successful. So that's my advice for this week. I hope you're enjoying these videos. So far, this is the second one, and I plan to continue to do this on a weekly basis. In other news, something that I would like you to check out, if you get a chance, I just produced a new podcast on fitness and programming called Get Up and Code, and you can find that at getupandcode.com. Well, thanks for joining me, and I'll talk to you again next week.